Okay, this is Penal Law quiz, Articles 10, 55, and 80. Number 1. A violation means any offense other than a traffic infraction for which a sentence to a term of imprisonment in excess of 15 days cannot be imposed. A crime means a misdemeanor or a felony. 3. True or false? The term vehicle includes a snowmobile, aircraft, trailer, semi-trailer, or any vessel equipped for propulsion by mechanical means or by sail. True. 4. A dangerous instrument means any instrument, article, or substance, including a vehicle, which under the circumstances that it is used, attempted, or threatened to be used, is readily capable of causing death or other serious physical injury. For this instance, as an example, a car can be a dangerous instrument if the person is under the influence of drugs or alcohol, causes an accident, causes serious physical injury to a person, or causes to kill them. The car can act as a dangerous instrument in that case. Okay. 5. Plastic knuckles are considered a deadly weapon. 6. Misdemeanor means an offense other than a traffic infraction for which a sentence to a term in excess of 15 days may be imposed, but for which a sentence in excess of 1 year may not be imposed. Only a definite sentence of imprisonment may be imposed for this type of offense. 7. Misdemeanors are classified into 3 categories for the purpose of sentence. Felonies are classified into 5, and Class A felonies are subclassified into 2 categories. So for felonies, I have a chart here. For felonies, you have A, B, C, D, and E felonies. Class A felonies are subdivided into A1 and A2, and misdemeanors are classified into A misdemeanor, B misdemeanor, and unclassified misdemeanor. Number 8, any offense defined outside this chapter which is declared by law to be a misdemeanor without specification of the classification thereof, or the sentence therefore shall be defined as a Class A misdemeanor. The key here is defined, declared by law to be a misdemeanor. It's a Class A misdemeanor. Don't get that confused with the definition of any misdemeanor. Okay. 9. Any offense defined outside this chapter which provides for a sentence in excess of 1 year or which is declared by law to be a felony without specification of the classification thereof shall be deemed a Class E felony. 10. Which of the following is a juvenile offender? And the answer here is C, a 14-year-old charged with burglary in the 2nd degree. If you go into the definition, which would be in Penal Law, Article 10, I believe it's number 18, you'll see that third, it's usually only 1st and 2nd degree, which with the juvenile offenders, so don't get confused on the degrees on that. And I would definitely know that. That was actually important to know. Number 11, the maximum fine for a defendant other than a corporate defendant convicted of a felony is $5,000. The maximum fine for a corporation convicted of a felony is $10,000. 13. A traffic infraction which is defined as such shall not be deemed a misdemeanor or a violation by virtue of the sentence prescribed thereof. 14. Where a person is convicted of 2 or more offenses committed through a single act or omission, or through an act or omission which in itself constituted one of the offenses and also was a material element of the other, and the court imposes a fine or a sentence of imprisonment, or both for one of the offenses, a fine shall not be imposed for the other. The provisions of this section shall not apply to C, the vehicle and traffic law. So for this example, convicted of 2 or more offenses committed through a single act, I'll come up with a quick thing here. If somebody has 2 criminal possessions of controlled substance and they get convicted of both on the same docket, the fine would be on only one of them, would be imposed only on one of those charges where they also are going to jail and not on the other. Whereas the vehicle and traffic law, if somebody gets a DUI and they're charged with driving while intoxicated and like a speeding ticket, they could get, and they go to jail for the DWI sentence, they could also get a fine for the driving while intoxicated and also for the speeding ticket. 15, the maximum fine for a natural person convicted of a B misdemeanor is $500. 16, the maximum fine for a corporation charged with a violation is $500. 17, the maximum fine for a natural person convicted of a Class A misdemeanor is $1,000.